Yeah.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and start. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. So my name's Taylor, and I am running a No Agent Left Behind Facebook group. Just because I want all the new people to be able to learn and catch up. And when I first was getting started, there was not a whole lot of how to get started and what you should be doing and that kind of stuff. And I feel like it's just too hard to kind of get that information right now. And so I want to kind of help people, and especially when you see the statistic of how there's only 13% of realtors that actually make it in this industry, and I feel like there's a lot more room for a lot more people to be able to get out there and kind of do what they want to do. And so I just want to make it easier for everyone. And then I wanted to thank Mike for coming and kind of being our guest speaker and showing us, what you do and how you kind of, I call it mastering real estate, and you've kind of, mastered your video editing that you've got going on, especially, I've got here that in 2 years, you went from doing 340,000 in gross sales to 10.5 million.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is, well, first off, thank you for having me. I always love the opportunity to come on Zoom meetings and just collaborate. I think the industry itself we're evolving to more of a collaborating versus competing mentality. And I love seeing that happen, and love seeing people get together and let's share ideas and share, what we've done to accomplish some success. I love what you're doing. So thank you for having me on. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming. Yeah. So, I like to kind of start out with when you were new, there's kind of some traps that a lot of people fall into, and the whole like paying for leads or that kind of stuff, so I wanted to get your opinion on that. Are there some stuff that you did when you first started that you would recommend not doing or kind of staying away from?
Yeah, so, when I started, I thought in the beginning that you had to be with this big firm, nationally known firm to be successful. I thought potential clients, buyers and sellers, I thought they cared about who you worked with or what firm you hang your license with. It took me about 1.5 years to realize that people are hiring us as an agent because they trust us. They trust the person, and we just by chance work at this firm. So my thing is, I wish I would have put a little bit more stock into focusing on growing myself and my business versus growing a firm's business at the end of the day. Because if you're with a national firm, their name is out there anyway. Your job as an agent to be successful is to grow your own brand, your own name, and let people know that, hey, this is Mike. This is what I do. And I just by chance work at this firm. So I would definitely say focus on branding yourself first. Be you, whatever it may be. Right now I'm wearing some joggers and a Vans t-shirt and a hat. This is who I am. This is me, my most authentic self. So be you, whatever that may be. Always be true to you and be authentic, and people will gravitate towards that. So I wish I'd have done that more in the beginning when I first got my license, because I thought I had to fit the mold as a real estate agent of what I've seen, my entire life. So that's one thing, is just be you, is what I would tell everybody.
Yeah, I do kind of get that, because, you do get a lot of pressure to kind of, dress the part or kind of, show who you're supposed to be. And it's like, when I leave the house to do my real estate stuff, it's like I feel pressured to like put makeup on and do my hair, and and it's like that's not who I am on a daily basis. I'm home every day with my 3 kids. It's like I don't wear makeup. I have it. I wear it like once in a blue moon. But it's like I feel like you shouldn't feel pressured to kind of change who you are to kind of fit inside the business.
100% agree.
So when you were a new agent, where did you start, or do you kind of have an opinion of where people should start as a new agent? Where do you feel like they put the most effort in and get the most back?
So my journey and actually finding a job as a real estate agent was very difficult.
Mhm.
I interviewed at 31 brokerages when I got my license, and I was pitching the ideas of that I wanted. This was in 2018. I
Mhm.
was pitching the idea that I wanted to use social media and video together, where I do so much consistent video that people will trust me with their biggest financial asset without ever shaking my hand.
Yeah.
I pitched that idea to 31 brokerages and nobody wanted me. Everybody told me that I did not dress the part as an agent. My tattoos were, very gaudy looking. They weren't professional. I didn't dress the part. I didn't act the part. And the idea of video was not sustainable. It would not be viable, and I would fail as an agent. I heard that over and over and over again, and that was very discouraging for me when I started. So um, I started off at a small boutique brokerage. It was called Tammy Parker Realty. So I started there, and I learned the fundamentals of real estate. Things that you think you were supposed to learn in real estate school.
Mhm.
I learned the fundamentals: how to write a contract, how to measure, how to understand FHA, VA, USDA, conventional. I learned the main fundamentals of that. And then I went against my idea of doing video. I didn't do video at all for my first year in real estate. And that is where I failed, because I tried the traditional route. I was doing the door knocking, the cold calling expires, calling Zillow for sale by owners, and I went broke. I went broke to a point where I had a Dollar General Christmas for my kids. At the time were 3 and 1 years old,
Mhm.
and I was unable to get them anything that they asked Santa for Christmas that year. And so that is when I decided to do things that I wanted to do that works for me, and that was video. So I would tell people, in a roundabout way of understanding that, is I would tell people that you need to find a firm that shares your same values, not only as an agent, but as a human being. You need to understand, what is this firm about? Are they willing to give back to the community? Are they going to help you grow? Are they going to be in your corner when you have this crazy idea about doing video and social media? That they're going to support you, they're going to back you, they're not going to hinder you trying to be a better agent for yourself and for your family. So those are the biggest things. That's what I look for in a firm. Is I want to be at a firm that shares the same values, and they're willing to try things new and
Mhm.
not fall into the mold that, okay, we have to do things this way because we've always done it this way.
Mhm.
So definitely find a firm that fits your niche as a human, and then let it roll from there and see how that helps your business grow.
Mhm. So you said that you went out and you kind of were like, I do video, like I want to bring it to this. I've some agents, we've never done video, like I've never been into recording videos, that kind of stuff. Um, is there a way that you would recommend on getting started? Is there like editing apps that you use or recommend?
Yeah, so I'm going to say this for everybody that just jumped on, and I hope this resonates with everybody when I say this, and I say this with the utmost bluntness I possibly can. If you do not get outside of your comfort zone as a real estate agent and start making content, people like me who make content every day and has been for the last 3 years, somebody like me in your market are going to take your most valuable clients down the road. I promise you. And your other agents may be well more successful than I am. They may be a better agent than me, but I am staying in front of my sphere of influence consistently, where people are trusting me. And you got to get outside of that comfort zone and start making content, or you're going to fail as an agent going forward. Because right now, you guys, we're seeing that transition of real estate agents. You have the agents that they're set in their traditional ways. They dress up, they dress the part, they do the customer service voice. And then you have people like me that I'm me 100%. And I don't have to work with everybody. I don't want to work with everybody. I want to work with people that share the same type of vibe and values that I do. I live by the saying that your vibe attracts your tribe. And I want to work with people that are like-minded, just like me. And you've got to start making content. And the best way to make content is just grab your phone, hit record, and post. Because 80% of something is better than 100% of nothing. Now, you guys can go on my social media platforms. I've got somewhere around 35 million views on my content. So you can go watch my videos and you can, try to mimic what I've been doing, but you're going to fail because this is something I've been doing every day for 3 years. And if you're just starting out, you're not going to be able to make content like that. You got to do baby steps. So I would tell you, grab your phone, hit record, and just convey your message. Because you're not going to get an Emmy or an Oscar for how great of a video that you're going to make. And honestly, the composition of your video doesn't mean anything when it comes to engagement. It's your message. It's what you're conveying to the people on the other side of the camera of how they can personally relate to you on a personal level. That is a strength in video, because once you start doing more and more content, you don't have to compete with other agents, because people, especially the millennial generation, they want to know who you are before they even send that first message to you. They want to be able to trust you and not embarrass themselves with some very small question about real estate before they ask you anything. So they want to trust you. The only way to gain trust now is by being in front of the camera and conveying your message. Being vulnerable on camera, letting people into your life. Let me know what you do on a day-to-day basis. Yes, I know you sell real estate, but what else do you do? You can't always be salesy when it comes to making content. So literally grab your phone and start making a video. If you can get into the habit of posting more than 0 every day, you're going to get better as time goes on with video. Because you guys can watch my videos now. They didn't always look like this. I started off with my cell phone and a tripod. And over time, the more I practiced it, the more I got better and better and better and better. So you have to be consistent with it. That's the key to video. And the key to being successful in video is having that consistency of posting more than 0 every day.
So that actually kind of hit one of my questions. Yes. I don't know if you watched the video we had last week with Kim on TikTok.
Yes, I love Kim.
Yeah.
Kim is she's my by far my favorite TikToker on that app. And I'm so glad she's in my market. She's literally 45 minutes from me. Nice. So I love Kim. I hope Kim sees this. Kim, I'm a fan. I love you. You're awesome. So you had to give a shout out to her. She's amazing.
So I asked her one question that she asked if I would ask you as well.
Okay.
And if you think for TikTok, at least, if it is quantity over quality.
100% yes. So to give you an example, my last 9 listings this year have all been from TikTok. Now, I'm posting on TikTok every day, and I committed to TikTok in September of 2021. So I took it another step further. I also committed where I go live on TikTok Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. I am going to do that for an entire year. Right now, we are in week 11 of TikTok Live. And I go live and we talk about this exact topic. We talk about getting started in video, what equipment you need, what kind of gear do you need, how do you come up with content, how to execute it. And overall, I'm trying to get people out of that comfort zone and give them that little bit of a push that the worst thing that's going to happen when you make a video is that you don't get any engagement. That is the worst thing that will happen. Nobody's going to come and take your license away. Nobody's going to not work with you because you made a bad video. That's the worst thing that's going to happen. So yes, quantity over quality all day, every day, just post more than 0. Yes, that's the key.
And then, so I wanted to ask you, do you have a routine or schedule that you go through on your day-to-day?
Yeah, so I do not film every day. I do batch filming. So Mondays from 9 until 11:30, I batch film. I don't do anything else between 9 and 11:30 on Mondays. I'm not a dad. I'm not a real estate agent. I honestly do not care if my client's listing that's going to be closing on Wednesday catches on fire during that time. I will not pick up my phone. I have to do that for myself because I know if I pick up that one phone call that one time and I get through making the content, that tells me that, all right, well, you still were able to make the content. You took phone calls, and that would just snowball to effect where I'm taking all kinds of phone calls during that time. I'm not disciplined enough to make my content. Um, so I batch film every week. So right now, if I didn't do any more batch film, I've got about 47 days worth of content saved on my computer, on my phone that I can post. So I've got 47 days of inventory of content, right? But I keep filming content every week on that side. And I do a lot of micro content. So right now I'm actually filming this Zoom meeting with an additional camera to my left. I'm sure that I probably said something within this 30-minute interview that I could go back and repurpose as a story or as a TikTok to maybe help push somebody over the edge when it comes to making content. So I've gotten to the habit where I document everything. So anytime that I have a Zoom meeting, I go to a meeting, I get invited to something like this, I'm going to record it because I can repurpose that down the road. So I'm making content while actually talking about content now. And it's just an easy way to generate content because content is everywhere. Throughout your entire day, you probably have a solid 4 to 5 videos or ideas that you could do while you're on the go of making content. It's just you have to open your eyes to see what's out there and get into the habit of recording everything that you do, because you may say something that's like light bulb moment for somebody to see down the road.
That is kind of one of the issues that I kind of find myself with is what do I post, coming up with that content. And that's one of the questions I had for you is with, you said you have that 47 days of backlog. It's like, how do you come up with that much content where you have, 2 hours or 3 hours where you're filming constantly, where you know what you're going to do?
So what I did, and I started this in 2019, is I have a notebook that I carry everywhere with me. It's actually sitting in my book bag right beside me over here, or right in front of me. I write down every idea that comes across my mind, no matter how big or how small. So to give you an example, like of the bigger ideas that I have, now if somebody takes this idea and I see it, I'm gonna be very upset. But I want to skydive out of a plane into my listing. Like I literally want to parachute all the way down to my listing. It was a video idea that I wrote down a couple of months ago. Will I ever execute that? Probably not, because one, I'm scared of heights, and I don't know the legalities of if that's even possible for airspace laws. But I write down every idea. So I keep a notebook. So I would tell you guys, grab a $2 notebook and a 30-cent pen and write down every idea that comes across your head, and do that every day. If you're in your car at a stop sign, you're like, you know what? I could probably do a video about the changing lights and maybe look at that as changing the market or something, whatever it may be, and just write it down. Go back once a week and just kind of purge through the ideas. There's been so many videos that I've made recently that I wrote down years ago that I wanted to do. I did like this Nerf battle with Nerf guns at a listing about a year ago. I had wrote that idea down like my first couple of weeks in 2019. And it took me 2 years to where I actually executed it. So by writing things down, you're training your mind. Because I'm not a creative person. People, Alexis will tell you that I'm this super creative person, which I'm not. I'm honest to God, I'm not a creative person. I've had to train my brain to think left-sided. And by writing down the ideas, I'm now subject to see everything that could be a potential idea. And if that doesn't work for you, ask your followers, ask people that follow you on social media, what type of content should I be making? Because you have to remember, people follow you for a reason. And you need to ask your followers, what type of content do you guys want me to produce? Because you don't want to make selfish content. Selfish content meaning where I make a video that I think it's a great video, but it's not why my followers are following me in the first place. So that's selfish content. So every day, make a poll in your story or put a post on IG or Facebook or make a TikTok. Hey guys, what type of content are you wanting me to produce? Like, why are you following me? Ask that question and let people engage on the comments. Look at the comments. That right there is your content roadmap of people giving you ideas to execute. So use your followers to generate additional content if you don't like the idea of writing down ideas for that long period of time.
And then, have you ever taken a video and then you've watched it back and you kind of been like, I don't know if I want to post this. I'm kind of embarrassed by it.
Every video I've ever posted,
Mm-hmm.
every video, I go back and like, should I post it? And what that is my knee-jerk reaction because I've stepped out of my comfort zone. And that is my mind telling me, Mike, you are doing something that you're not accustomed to doing. Why are you doing that? And then all of a sudden the thoughts, the imposter syndrome comes in. Well, what if somebody laughs at my video? What if somebody makes fun? Or what if I lose a client because of this video? And I just think for that, you know what? Fuck it. If I'm going to lose a client because of the video that I made, I was never going to get that client anyway. And or do I even really want that client as somebody in my group of people that I do business with? Absolutely not. So don't go back and watch your footage and think, oh, wow, this is embarrassing. I don't want to post that. Post it. If you get that thought in your mind, post it. Because there again, what's the worst thing that could happen is you get no engagement, no views. You can learn from it. I mean, I take every video that I've ever done. When I go back and watch it, I'm thinking, okay, how could I have made this video better? What can I do the next time to get better? And it's just a never ending cycle. So don't ever second guess posting content because you never know what content is going to resonate with somebody.
And then another question that I had is, do you do all of your leads through social media? How are you getting your leads? And do you know what the breakdown is of those?
Yeah, so 100% of my business comes from social media.
Mm-hmm.
I've only had in my career, I've only had 2 previous clients do business with me again because I'm only in my 3.5 years of real estate. So I didn't do enough business my first 2 years to have enough repeat business.
Mm-hmm.
So 100% of my business since 2020 has been all from social media. These are people that I don't know personally. These are people that followed me or saw me on social media, and they were able to trust me, and they reach out for my service. I don't solicit to anybody. I don't do email blast or campaigns or anything. If you watch my videos, I never ask for people's business. I'm just in front of the camera, giving them information and making cool TikToks and cool listing videos. And they reach out to me at the end of the day. And then once they reach out, either through direct message or they call me, we set a time and then we go through the process, just like any other agent would do at that time. But they are the ones that instigate the conversation going forward.
So as someone who's just starting, right, if they've never had, a channel where they've put out videos and stuff. So if they're starting today and they don't have any followers, what are your recommendations for that?
So grab your phone and do an introduction. Let people know who you are. Hey guys, my name is Mike Corbett. I'm a real estate agent with Real Broker. I service the Charlotte metro area here in North Carolina. I've been licensed for 3.5 years. I'm a father of 2. I have a Great Dane that's the size of a horse, and I sell real estate on the side. Something like that. Do an introduction. Let people know who you are, and pin that to the top of your social media platforms, your IG, your Facebook, and your TikTok. Let people know who you are. Then you need to start doing hyper local content. Become, obviously, Gary Vee says all the time, the mayor of your town. Start going to local businesses and do a video. Take your phone and just go. Hey guys, I'm going to Crazy Goat today to grab a sandwich. Let's go check it out. Show people where you're at. Show where you're located at. Then talk about the market. Okay, this is what the market's doing in Gastonia, North Carolina for the last 7 days or the last 7 months or whatever it may be. And start giving people information. Break down real estate terminology. Tell people what earnest money means and the ramifications of earnest money. Tell them what due diligence means. Tell them about escalation clauses or appraisal gap waivers. Have them talk about that. Educate people. Your videos need to inspire someone and educate somebody. That is when a video is a success, is when you can inspire or educate somebody. So tell them what you know as an agent and just put it on camera and post it. Those are the easiest things to start off with. You know, you don't have to have a listing to do content. That's where a lot of people, me included at the time, way back when, I thought you had to have listings to do content. No, absolutely not. Tell people about real estate. Tell people about what you do. Tell them how that we overcome these objections when it comes to appraisal issues or inspection issues. Educate them. Let them know this is what we do. And you will build a very strong following of people that are starting to trust you down the road because you're educating them and you're inspiring them.
So, I kind of want to open it up to you. Is there anything that you specifically felt like getting ready for this that you wanted to talk about?
I mean, I pretty much touched on, I guess the biggest thing is, guys, don't be scared to be yourself, to be the human that you are. Because remember, we're not just real estate agents. We're humans. You know, we don't do real estate 24/7. I don't care what people say that you do 24/7. No, they don't. Be you. And don't be scared that by being you will cost you business. Because I promise you, the people that don't want to work with you because of the way that you are as a human, they're not the people that you want in your downline to be success. I truly believe people gravitate to being authentic. My people in my area know that I'm going to cuss a lot. I'm not going to dress up. I'm going to show my tattoos. I'm going to do some really crazy things on video. They're accustomed to that. And that's just who I am. I love to have fun doing real estate. And by making content is me having fun. Like, I never would have thought I was going to get paid to make videos. Like, who would ever thought that? And that's the key, is just go have fun, be you, be authentic, and people will gravitate towards that. Now, also the last thing I'll say when it comes to video is not an instant gratification thing. Video is the long game. So if you go 6 months and you make a video a day and you don't get one lead, do not stop. Keep posting videos because you're so close, so close for your business to absolutely explode, because not everybody that watches your content is ready to buy or sell at that moment. But if you start making content consistently, they're going to reach out to you when they're ready. You just got to be ready when they're ready. So I'll leave it at that. Just post more than zero, be authentic, and be consistent.
Okay, Alexis, you raised your hand.
I did. So I've got some questions. Like Mike, I'm a fangirl of him and Kim. I actually remember being a brand new agent and I had a really big listing, and me and Mike brainstormed doing a rap video at that listing together. And since then, he has just taken video to the top. And so, Mike, I have a couple of questions, actually. First and foremost, when we're posting on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, how important are like your tags, like your hashtags? We hear that so much. And how do you determine which ones to use?
They're not important.
At all?
Zero.
Okay.
Hashtags will not make you go viral.
Okay.
And there again, the CEO of Instagram even made a video 2 weeks ago talking about this exact topic. Your hashtags have nothing to do with your video being a success. Hashtags tells the algorithm where to put your content towards, what group of people. Because you have to remember, everybody's algorithm is different when they scroll on TikTok or IG. So that puts it in front of those particular people that follow that type of content. So you want to do 5 hashtags. You want to do your top 3 are very specific to what you're talking about in the video. The last 2 are very broad. They could be like North Carolina or the Southeast or mortgages or real estate or something like that. So the first 3, keep it to what your video is about. The last 2, very broad. But don't get caught up on having, you don't post a video because you can't think of a hashtag. Dude, I've had a video that's gotten 10 million views that I didn't put any hashtags on.
Okay. And then, okay, sorry, I'm doing exactly what you said. I'm here hitting record and stuff on my phone.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Y'all are going to be getting tagged in a lot of stuff. So my next question is, you were talking about being hyper local, being the mayor of where you're at. So would you say that it's important for you to tag locations? Like if I am, you know, downtown Monroe, I'm at the Smoke Pit, and I'm going to talk about that and talk about the market in Monroe, we definitely want to, you know, tag the Smoke Pit in that and then check into their location, right?
Exactly. So you got to remember, guys, like I had a good friend of mine, Todd Collins. He's actually my social media coach. I've been using him for a while. He made his video about a week ago. He actually went to Las Vegas and he gained, I think it was like 10 or 15,000 followers from that one event because he tagged his location in Las Vegas. So wherever you go, tag the location, because the algorithm is now going to put that stuff to people that are in that location, that are on that platform. So anytime you go anywhere, tag the location, tag the business, thank the business, and the business will always reach back out and say thank you. They'll probably be shared. I did a listing video last week of this investor special house in Cramerton, North Carolina. I was there just riding around on my one wheel. The house was so bad that it wasn't worth doing a video on, but I still wanted to make the content because of location. I went to 2 businesses and I tagged them on IG and on TikTok. They both shared it. They both shared the video. And the owners reached out to us like, hey man, thank you so much for doing that video for us. We appreciate it. Anytime you're back in town, let us know. You know, we'll get you a free sandwich or a free ice cream or whatever.
Heck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just promoting businesses and they'll promote you. So always tag your location and the business that you're at. Always.
Awesome. Thank you. And I mean, those are my 2 like really important questions, because I know I get hung up on the hashtags and what I'm doing and should I do it right? The last question, do you advocate? So if I were to make one video, right? I have a tendency, I'm taking that one video and it's going on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook stories. I mean, literally everywhere. Do you advocate doing that or doing different ones on different platforms?
All right. So with that, this is what I do. I don't like to keep it platform specific. So if I'm talking about something related to TikTok, I'm probably not going to post it on YouTube or Facebook.
Okay.
So what I like to do is I'll take clippets of my YouTube or of my TikTok video and post as my story, because at the end of the day, I want to grow my Instagram and my YouTube. And by doing that, you've got to have a strong TikTok following. So if you guys are not on TikTok right now, you're going to miss the boat. You need to get on TikTok right now, learn the platform, start posting content, because TikTok is a funnel where you can start pushing people to your IG and to your Instagram. I don't even use Facebook anymore. I mean, I still have an account, but I'm not as active on Facebook anymore because, one, the demographic of Facebook is no longer the clients that I want to work with. It's the older baby boomers. I don't want to work with those clients because we don't mesh. And Facebook is just the baby boomer generation looking at pictures of their grandkids because nobody comes and visits them anymore. The millennial sellers and buyers are not on that platform anymore. I saw a statistic 2 weeks ago. The average millennial spends 7 hours a week on TikTok. 7 hours a week. That's an hour a day they're on TikTok.
Wow. I'm gonna write that down.
The average age on TikTok is 39 years old. That is the client that I want. I want that 39 to 25-year-old client. That's who I want. And you have to go fishing where they're at. They're on TikTok. I promise you, Facebook is going to be the MySpace of our generation. And honestly, the older generation ruined Facebook. I hate to say that, but it's true.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm focusing so much on TikTok and going live every night for a year. And I'm pushing everybody to my YouTube and to my Instagram, because those are the platforms that I want to actually build. And I got all of my business from Facebook. All $10.5 million I did in 2021 came from Facebook. And that shows you how much of a commitment I've made to growing my TikTok.
Right. So when you're pushing them to other places, is that like in your videos, you're giving them a call to action to go follow you on these other platforms, or are you putting a Linktree link, or what are you doing?
So this is where you got to play the game. You've got to do the call to action, as in come follow me for more, come do this. I hate doing that. I hate doing calls to action because I never do calls of action for my real estate business. I never ask for people's business on my videos. This is my personal opinion. I think it's very distasteful and it's very salesy. Everybody knows that I do real estate. I don't have to ask for their business.
Right.
So you have to remember the average IQ level of somebody on social media for the general public is the same as a 12-year-old. You have to tell that person what to do. Guys, if you like this type of content, make sure you follow, hit the follow button at the very end. You've got to tell them what to do. But I wouldn't go into it where you're being so salesy that it's like it comes off as fake. You know, I just say it very fast, very quick. Hey guys, like this content, follow for more.
And that's on any platform. So like the people that are following you on TikTok, do they typically end up finding you on Instagram and Facebook organically?
Yes. That is
perfect.
Correct. That's correct.
Awesome. All right. I think I've dominated the questions enough. Sorry, Taylor.
No, you're good. You know, I find that so interesting that you're saying that the average age is 39, because when I'm scrolling through it, you know, it's like you see everyone, like, I'm on mom TikTok, so everyone's like, oh, moms of TikTok and moms over 30 is a hashtag, you know, and they act like it's so hard to find anyone over 30 on there, you know, and to hear that that's the average age is,
Yes.
It's really interesting, because every video I see, everyone's like, oh, there's no one on here that's my age, or we're just on here watching our kids, or that kind of stuff.
No, I feel old getting on TikTok. I'm 33 and I feel old. Even my husband's like, Alexis, that's for young people. And to know the average TikToker is older than me makes me so happy.
I'm older than you. I'm 34. I'm older than you. So
I know. See? That's awesome.
You got to be on TikTok, guys. I promise you, if you're not on TikTok, somebody like me in your market is going to take your clients. It's going to happen. I don't care how much business you've done with them. It's going to happen because you're in front of them consistently. Because you got to remember, the millennial age, we are not loyal. And I mean that with the utmost respect. We have way too many options at our thumbs to go in different directions.
Yep.
And it's all about who I can relate to the most at this moment.
Aside from a phone, and this, I promise this is my last question. I warned you guys, like I was so hyped for this call today. Aside from a phone, if you had to say the top 2 pieces of equipment to invest in to make videos, what would they be?
All right, so your phone is going to be number 3 of the top 3 things to make content. The number 1 thing has got to be your audio. Like right now, I don't have great audio. I have my loft mic on my other recording, but your audio is the first purchase. You need to make sure you have some type of lava mic or desktop mic or something that you can use for your audio. If people can't hear you, they're not going to watch it. I don't care how good of a video it is. I'm not going to watch it because I can't hear you. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't want to waste time. The second thing is your lighting. If you guys go on my TikTok page and scroll down, I did a video about lighting and how important having lighting set up is when it comes to your videos. Because if it's a very dark image, you're not going to watch it because you can't see it. You've not made it an appealing image to look at. So if I can't hear you, if I can't see you, I'm not going to watch you. I don't care if you're telling me who assassinated JFK, I'm not going to watch it because I can't relate to it. I don't, my senses are not involved.
So like a lighting ring or a stand-up one, or like a backdrop, or like full on like lights, camera, action.
Yeah, I mean, I use the 3-point lighting system. Mine's a little bit more advanced than the average person, but go to YouTube, type in a 3-point lighting system and watch those videos. You can go buy some nice lighting for like $300. and just position it in the right way to make the video look better, because lighting plays all the whole image plays into your video, how it looks. It's the tone for the video. Like if you guys watched my video that I did the other day of me go vote for me for best of Gaston, that was like a very like dramatic type of serious look. Video wise, it's all because of the lighting.
Okay.
You know, if I were to do that same video outside in the sunlight, it wouldn't have made sense, would it?
Right.
Exactly. All about the light. Yes.
And then your phone is number 3.
Absolutely.
All right. With that, I promise I'm done.
That is, one issue that I noticed when I'm like watching my Zooms back again is the volume or the audio. No screaming. The audio just isn't very well. And then, like our last one, my first one, I was in a whole other room and you just couldn't barely see anything. I had to keep moving to kind of see where you could see me, and it's like, okay, so I have noticed those, even my mom called me. Mom was like, you need to figure out your audio. She's like, it's not good. I was like, oh, okay, Mom, sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, just go to YouTube and type in audio of how to get good microphones. You can buy a really good microphone for like Zoom meetings, like $200. Super inexpensive. So definitely work on your audio, 100%.
Awesome.
So the last thing that I usually like to do. Hey, Vika, inside voice, please. Okay. I just kind of like to open it to who's ever here. So Nicole, you seem to be the only viewer we've got right now. Do you have anything that you'd like to ask Mike?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. Sorry about coming a little late.
Oh no, you're good. I like that we're doing this. It's live so that we can have people on, and we can have them commenting or asking questions. But there's also, the point that we are recording this. We do post it, in the group. So anytime that you need to rewatch it or you are looking for something and this pops out to you, that you can see it, whenever you have the time. Because I know not everyone's going to be available. For me, it's 11 a.m. For you guys, it's 2 p.m. So it's nice to have it just where anyone can see it for whatever time works for them.
Exactly. Like I said, I appreciate you guys inviting me on. This was great. And I wish you guys all the success. Keep doing this. Keep doing this because people need to hear this message. So I applaud you for taking on this, grabbing the horns on the bull and going with it, and just keep doing this. This is going to be great.
I appreciate that because I definitely look up to you, and I have watched your videos and they are really good, and I'm sitting here, at my table and I've watched some of my videos back, and like you said, you can barely see me. I'm in my car, so it's like I'm definitely like putting the gears on my head, or like you're like, you need to start recording stuff, because sometimes I'm sitting here and it's like I don't do anything all day. I'm like, what do I record? It's like my life consists of, my kids and Netflix, it's like,
You get that?
It's crazy trying to think of some stuff, and then sometimes I'll record it and I'm like, oh gosh, my voice sounds weird, or I sound like so stupid, or, my husband, he thinks it's hilarious to just kind of like play it and laugh, and it's like, like I just see myself like dying inside, it's like, what am I supposed to post where I sound like cool, or I'm like, yeah, you should, like, and it's like just kind of trying to get it out there and kind of get it started where I know what to post, and I have 47 days backed up, and then you look at all the people that have been doing it for a while and you kind of compare yourself to those videos and you're like, well, how do I get to that point? How am I making those videos,
You get to that point by making content, by starting day one. That's how you get there. Trust me, I was in the same boat, same exact boat. You just got to start and commit. You have to take making content as your job as an agent. That's how serious it is. Because the videos that I've made all my money, and I take it so seriously. So think of content as your job because it is. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what people say or how they say it. And the people that don't agree with me on that, that's fine. I'm gonna take your clients. I can promise you. So take content as your job in real estate and you will be successful.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for coming and helping me out with this,
Absolutely.
And then, I kind of want to just invite everyone back for next week on Tuesday, the 26th. We've got Rich Tomasini. Is that how you say his name?
Rich Tomasini, the man in the myth.
Yeah.
Rich used to be an appraiser for a very long time. Then he was a top listing agent. And so he's going to be coming and teaching us all about market analysis. And that's anywhere you are, so you can do it just like an appraiser.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that I'm looking really forward to is, I know that especially when I did my first one, I was calling Alexis and I was like, what do I do if it's a bathroom versus a bedroom, and it's nice to kind of get that view of someone who did that for a living, and kind of see how I'm supposed to be doing that and how I can help my clients, with their appraisals or dealing with appraisal gaps or that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to thank everyone for coming and invite them back next week and, stay in the group. We've got the updates. We've got, the interviews every week. And I'm definitely going to be putting out some more of those polls of, what you guys want to see in the group or stuff that you guys are interested in hearing about so that we can make some more videos on that kind of stuff.
All right.
Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Mike.
Bye, guys. Appreciate you.
Have a good day. Go make videos.
All right. Bye, guys.